Okay. And there we are. I can actually see my chat. Move that over here a little bit more so it's dead center. Do the thing. There we go. Stretch it down. Nice. Well, welcome to my stream. This is Caddy. Click over so I can actually... What is it showing? Camera is not my camera. That'd be an annoyance. Camera streaming. That should be right now. Go back my screen. Wake me back up. There we go. That's better. Whew. You know how it goes. One little setting and everything looks weird. Where'd my chat go? I'll just dock that back in. I think that'll be better off. Sorry about this. It is the first time I'm purposefully doing this. In this fashion. Go to there. Non-mod. Switch mod. How do I pop you back in? I'll just deal with that. Well, hello there, Wild and Matt Pat fan. As you can see, this is not fursuit stream night because, well, I got a new toy. I figured out how to actually use it, so that's what we're working with. Hello, TD man. You really want to see my Lucario. Maybe later. But I definitely feel this is the most representative of me that I've come across in VR chat. That's why we're being this right now. But I do have a Lucario. I can put him on later. So, for tonight, we have some things to talk about. And please, he's my favorite. I'll put him on later, TD man, okay? Later. So anyway, for anyone that noticed, I was not here last week. And I lost my chat because I clicked on something. How I redock you? Switch on, Mad. Chat appearance. So let's just see if I can close that and it'll come back. There it does. Maybe. Maybe. Hot diggity. I just had to close the thing. I lost a few things I was seeing, but we'll deal. I see him in here if I needed to. Oh, no. Don't you be... No. No. No undocking tabs. I need you where you are. There we go. Anyway. So, welcome to my stream. If you miss anything, don't forget, I always post these on my YouTube channel the following Wednesday. They also show up in the recorded sessions section here on Twitch. So you can watch them there if, you know, that's your flavor. Well, for anyone that noticed, last week I missed both my Monday and my Wednesday streams. I know. I'm shocked too. I intended to never miss streams no matter what was going on, but unfortunately, something happened. So about at this point, 10-ish days ago on Friday night, I was relaxing, sitting here at my desk, where I'm actually sitting down, hence why my character is currently sitting down. And I was relaxing, enjoying my evening, and, well, stuff happened. We all of a sudden started a storm, which came through fairly quickly. We went from nothing to crazy winds pretty darn quick. I was just really getting ramped up into looking for someone to hang out with on VR chat. And I had sent a message to a second person who I'm not sure if he noticed my message or not, but a few seconds after I'd sent said message, power went out. This was a bit of a hassle, obviously, because, well, I like having electricity. It's a big part of my day. But it was a big storm. I was like, power went out. We live in trees. A tree fell down somewhere. Well, it's dark out. I'm not going out to look for whatever tree it is to find out how bad the situation is. Also raining. Again, not feeling like going out at almost midnight to walk around in the rain and ignore the fact that I'm cold and it's dark and I couldn't see anything anyway. I wake up Saturday morning to the sound of someone talking downstairs and still no electricity, which is kind of annoying. I went into our kitchen and looked out the window and saw my lovely partner Autumn out in the backyard with a guy. And they're pointing at a tree in our backyard. They're just no longer in the vertical situation where it's supposed to be. In fact, said tree is now laying out of our yard and into the next yard. And through the fence and hitting the next fence thereof. Fortunately, this tree did not impact any houses, which is very convenient since this tree was definitely big enough. If it had fallen back the way it come from, it could have easily hit our house. If it had gone straight out forward, it would have hit the neighbor's house directly across from us. And unfortunately, for prettiness, the power lines, internet lines, all that other fun jazz runs between the houses in our backyards in our neighborhood. So, not only is there now a tree down, which we have to deal with, but there's also all of our connectivity lines are laying down underneath this tree. None of them at this point appear to be broken. Later on that for more fun details. But they're all still effectively in one piece, visibly. We were able to get the tree removed that same day, so that was exciting. And the insurance covers all of $500 of it, so that's not much of it. So we incurred tree debt as of this last weekend, which is that's new. I've never had that before. Thank you, tree. Thank you, winds. So we had to deal with that. That took much of Saturday for them to get through it. And then the electric company wasn't going to be around till Sunday. Our power went out Friday night. Just for continued reference, this situation. Just before midnight, we lost power and, well, obviously internet because no power, no internets. Sunday, at some point, the electric company comes by and fixes. I'm trying to do air quotes. I'm not sure if little me is going to do them right or not, but fixes the power. They have to put up at least one new pole. Good, because those two poles behind our house have been at an angle for a few years at this point. This is actually a little bit of a plus. They replaced one of them. Ironically, the one of them that was actually in better situation before this. So, go them. Go power company. My hands aren't gripping. That's future me's problem. Do have them on the right hands, right? Yes, good. So, it's probably because I have this window open. The power company replaces the line from the box, from the pole, to our house. Because it did kind of rip it off the house, which sucked. But that's as far as they get. They don't attach it to the house. Well, kind of. They tack it on to the roof, to the peak at the back of our garage. They do not plug it in. We find out that we have to call an electrician to fix the fact that our electric meter got ripped out of our house and some piece of pipe that runs from the top of the electric meter's base up to most of the way to the top of the garage roof there to house the cable going down to the power box. I didn't know your power cable needed a special happy tube for the last, 8 to 10 feet of its lifespan, but hey, who am I to say? I don't make electrical rules. We had to call an electrician. Fortunately, we got one to come out on Monday. We had to work on Monday, so we are not at home at this point. We had to go and hang out at Javi's house. Thank you, by the way, again, Javi, for letting us stay at your house throughout this excitement. So, while we're staying at Javi's house, he actually was nice, and since he was available on Monday, hung out at our house from around noon till, say, 6 p.m. while the electrician was there, who found out not only did we have to have the box reattached, it had to be replaced. It got damaged in the process of it getting ripped off the house by the pole getting jerked. So, we have a shiny new electrical meter and box and fancy new pipe that goes up to the roof. Yay. And he was allowed to reattach the power, which I find interesting because we were told he had to reattach the power. The electric company wouldn't do this. He was allowed to temporarily reattach the power if the electric company could not be out that same day. So he did that. Oh, and in the process of reattaching the box, apparently the box had also ripped the wires that were too short to plug the new box in, so we had to go in behind our breaker box inside the house, put a new piece of wire from there to the electric meter. Fortunately, it's literally is on the other side of that same wall, so it's not that big of a deal, but he had to replace those wires and then reattach our new box, and the magical pole, and run the lines down to it. Verified power was working, which is awesome. I'm happy to have power again. No, don't do that. Bad computer. There, go back in here. There, thank you. Gotta be careful with how I click. Ooh, hydrate. You got it. There it is. Water. Mm. That's the same Anthracon water bottle I usually have on my desk, so yay, water. So, anywho, what was that noise? Did I make a noise? I need to not touch things. So we got the electrical box plugged back in, and I know better than to call the internet's provider until you have power, because if you don't have power when you call them, they think you're an idiot. I am already aware that my internet cable, my fiber line from the pole to my house, is laying across my shed and my backyard and part of the neighbor's backyard due to the exact location of where the line jacks into a pole. So I'm aware my fiber line, and consequently also the cable line, which we're not cable people, we're fiber people. We had the option, but we pick what we pick. That's also laying across my shed and my yard and part of my neighbor's yard. I am 100% aware it's broken. I'm knowing better than to try and call them any sooner. So Monday, after I get off work, right at around 6 p.m., I drive back to my house. After eating some dinner, I ate first because, well, I have some limits. Finally catching one of your streams? Well, hello, Late the Unicorn. Welcome to me babbling about chaos. Feel free to ask any questions at any point. And if you missed anything, feel free to check my YouTube on Wednesday or the Twitch recordings here. I think they show up pretty much immediately tonight. But you can catch up on the story afterwards if you so choose. So anyway, Monday night, after power has been out since... Hi, Autumn! Hi, my little Fopsy Woo. Welcome to chat. So, Monday night, we are now no power, no internet since Friday just before midnight. I call our ISP. And you know the first thing they tell you? Could you try turning your router off and on again? And you have to be at your house when you do this. Which, okay, yeah, fine. I actually drove here. I was being smart in this case. Well, thank you for thinking I'm interesting, Mr. Raymond 4242. I try and be entertaining. So I call them, they make me power cycle my router, which no big secret here. I work for an internet service provider. I know to power cycle my router. If I'm calling technical support because my internet doesn't work, I need a dispatch. I have done all of the things I can do from here. You need a technician. Unless you know it's already broken down the road and you're already working on that. I'm calling. I need a tech. I am calling to let you know the line is on the effing ground. And Monday night, I didn't even get to talk to a person. I got to talk to the machine. Oh, joy. The machine tells me, oh, we see something wrong with your connection. You need a technician. To that I go, well, duh. And it sets me up with an appointment. It's Monday. It tells me I have a tech coming Friday between 8 and noon. Well, fortunately, Javi likes us, won't kill us, and deals with the fact that we're going to be at his house all week working from his dining room and sleeping in one of his spare rooms. Gotta tell you, being excommunicated from your house is not fun. We have power now, and let me say, side point in this story, I am really, really happy that back in mid-2020, we made the investment of the chest freezer. 7 point something, I think it's like 7.1 cubic feet chest freezer. Because when those things are closed and full of, say, mostly French fries, because you're an idiot, you went and kept buying French fries because they didn't have the ones you wanted, but you bought 2 bags anyway, the ones you didn't want, because maybe you wouldn't be able to get the ones you wanted soon, so you might as well get the ones that were there, and by the time you realize you have almost, 6.5 cubic feet worth of French fries, they're basically a giant ice sink in a cooler that is sealed. Yes, thank you again for saying that I am actually entertaining. I try my best. So all our food was fine. We didn't have that much in lines of refrigerator perishables that were going to get damaged. In fact, I ended up bringing most of those with me Sunday and put them in Javi's fridge. So any of the fresh meats that we had picked up recently, they were all now in his fridge, and the intention was we were going to cook them throughout the week because that was the plan anyway, and I buy enough to feed an army even though there's 2 of us, so there's more than enough to make food for 3 people. So as the plan goes, what a little plan I make here, I make it so I'm basically after, my last little bit of work each day, I'm cooking dinner for all 3 of us. So, even though Javi has to deal with the fact that he has 2 ding-dongs sitting in his dining room, taking up his dining room table, with a total of 8 different monitors and 6 keyboards, and a few mice. There's a few pieces of equipment involved in us working. He at least got yummy dinner out of it for the duration. And since I'm already at Monday aware it's going to be till Friday before I'm going to be able to work from my own house again, I basically accept the fact that this is my life for the next week. Things do go by quite well. Again, appreciate Javi. He's an amazing friend who has space for us and lets us stay in his house. And lets us make a mess and use some of his supplies. In fact, he has a coffee maker in his house and has coffee in his house. He does not drink coffee, but he has coffee for when he has guests. So, yes, I had Dunkin' Donuts coffee pretty much every single day because he's awesome. No question there. Wednesday night, we go down, we sit down on one of those nice comfy areas and we're going to watch a movie. It's a little before 10, so plenty of time to watch it. I think it was the new Top Gun movie was on Amazon Prime. Can't start with a coffee. You got that right, Light. Most people can't brain at all till they've had their first cup. I don't know how he survives without ingesting the stuff. I really don't. That's normal people for me. So we're sitting down to watch a movie because, we're friends. We actually enjoy each other's company. We're not over here just because we're estranged from our house. We actually enjoy his existence. And I thought, while I'm sitting here, I have my laptop. I'm not good at unitasking when it comes to watching movies because I just end up falling asleep. So I just pop up on my laptop first off. I pull up someone's stream here on Twitch. I'm going giggling at whatever they're doing quietly. And I thought, I should check on my dispatch, see how it's going. I put it in on Monday, and they said Friday. But, I just want to see, did they put any updates on the website? I flip out my phone, get the ticket number, open up their website. I used to drink coffee on weekends, but my coffee maker broke. Wild. We need to get you a new coffee maker. So I whip it out of the laptop. I mean, that train of thought almost stopped there. Maybe I need more coffee. I go to their website. I put in my ticket number and whatever stupid piece of information they seem to think I need to identify my life with. And lo and behold, my ticket was closed yesterday due to an outage. All right, let me stress one important thing. An outage is not the only thing stopping my internets from working. The cable to my house is on the ground. I don't think my internet service provider understood this. So I go on to a chat with them. And immediately I'm like, what's the status on my dispatch? What's going on here? It says it was canceled. And they say, oh yeah, there was an outage. It's cleared. I say, no, the wire to my house is still in the ground. I'm being nice still. I haven't said any swear words yet. And the first thing out of their lovely text words are you at home? No, because I'm somewhere where there's internet. Can you power cycle your router? Did you miss the part about my line is on the ground? Oh, I'm sorry. We can get your line buried soon. It's an aerial line, not a ground line. Did you even check where I lived? Okay. No. Line is on the ground. Oh, well, I can get you a new dispatch. Great. All right. Is it going to be Friday? I was told it's going to be on Friday. I really want to go back to my house. I miss my house. I'm accepting the fact that we had fun this weekend with a storm, but I really want internet. I was told Friday. I had a ticket. And they say, oh, it's going to be Saturday. I replied, no, I was told Friday. Can you make this Friday? Let me talk to dispatch. Okay, I talked to dispatch. I made it Friday. Great. Cool. So I want a credit for this downtime because now I have had to waste my time telling them that they closed my dispatch when my line is on the effing ground. I'm not really trying to hide these numbers here. We pay... Hey, Straight Fox. You listen to me rant about stupid storm damage. Is this Cad Pig Jr. here? Yes, that is me. That is me. I am Cad Pig Jr. The one and only, as far as I know. So I ask for a credit for my downtime. I'm not trying to hide how much things cost because things cost what they do. We pay $127 and some odd amount of change. Aw, thank you for saying I'm your one and only. I love you too, sweet peep. So I pay $127 a month. My service is going to be down for a full week, as far as I know. Possibly longer. I want credit for my downtime. I understand, as someone who works for internet service provider, hi July Husky, that some of this is going to be fees and taxes and things like that. I would accept a reasonable amount of money for the week's downtime. First off, they tell me I can't have a credit until after it's fixed. I have to call in after it's fixed to give me credit for my downtime, even though they know how long it's going to be. I say, no, give me credit for my week of downtime. All right. I can give you a credit for the downtime of a full week. It was like 69 cents. I'll let you all stop and do the head math. But for a week, that's almost the entire month. 4 weeks is almost an entire month. So 469 cents is a whole lot less than $127. Just put that out there. Anyone who didn't at least make it through kindergarten math should be able to figure this one out. 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 is less than $3. They say, oh, I'll get you to customer service. They can give you a real credit. Because at this point, my answer was, I want an actual a quarter of my bill, which would turn out to be $31.75. I was accepting that as the amount. So they got me over to customer care through chat, which I had to sit and wait on a hold for about 10 to 15 more minutes. I started this chat at well before 10 p.m. And we are sitting here, and I am now on hold again to get a credit. Fortunately, he's telling me my dispatch is for Friday, which is great. After 10 minutes or so, I get an agent in care who immediately tells me, oh, yeah, you have a dispatch in the system for Saturday. I'm like, no, it's supposed to be Friday now? They fixed that? Okay, well, technical support sent me to you to get a credit for my week of downtime. Oh, I have to get you to technical support for that. And without even asking, they transfer me. See you in a little bit, sweet. So I get transferred back to technical support, and I ask again about a credit, because that's why I'm here at this point. I am now pissed off. It has been over an hour that I've been on chat trying to deal with this. And I'm back at technical support, who was offering me the 69 cents before. Great, this is going to work out real well. I say, okay, it's a week. I am down from Friday to Friday. I expect a week's worth of credit. I even told him at this point what a week was. Okay, sure. Yeah, I can get your credit. Hold on. All right, the value for your new credit is $1.61 for Friday the 31st through April 7th. Oh, good. My internet service, which they previously had apparently valued at around $2.30, they've upped to about $6.50. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is still not anywhere near a quarter of $127. Again, I accept their fees and charges that are government regulated. They don't have the ability to make just disappear. So I asked for a supervisor because I'm getting annoyed at this situation. We're now an hour and 15 minutes into this chat. I do finally get a supervisor after shouting, and I say shouting because I had to just say in all caps, supervisor, probably about 10 or 15 times before they were willing to get me in a waiting line to talk to a supervisor. Eventually, they get me a supervisor on the chat. Good for them. Thank you. Oh, by the way, your dispatch is canceled again. Oh, what? Yeah, your dispatch is canceled. There's another outage in your area, so your dispatch is just closed. But the line is on the ground. Yeah, we could schedule to get someone to fix the line on the ground after the outage is cleared. Wait, it takes you a week to schedule someone to come out and fix the line. And you're telling me I'm going to have to wait till you fix this outage, which you're telling me now is Friday or Saturday, before you even schedule me a tech to come out and fix the line not attached to my house. Yes. Okay. Can I at least get credit for my downtime that's valid? Oh, you'll have to chat a call back after it's fixed. No. And I want a valid amount. No. Can I speak to someone above you? No, I'm the highest person here tonight. Great. Do you have a number I can call in to speak with a manager tomorrow? Just our technical support number. How early in the morning can I speak with a manager? 8 a.m. Well, it's coming up on midnight now. We're at almost 2 full hours of this excitement. I'm not sleeping well tonight. And I know the first thing I have to do in the morning, once I, pee and put on pants, is call technical support at 8 in the morning. Great. This is ramping up to be a good Thursday. So I managed to do that. Sit on hold. Get a humanoid. Tell them I immediately want a manager. That's the reason I'm calling in, because of what happened the previous night. And, well, first off, they think they can try and fix my problem. I let them know we had 2 hours of chat time last night. You can't fix my problem. Turns out I was right. They finally, I say manager, not a supervisor. I want a manager. I talked to a supervisor. They already told me they have no power to set up a dispatch when the line's on the ground and there's apparently an outage somewhere. So what happens? I get a supervisor, not a manager, because, stupidity. And I'm told I can't have a manager either, because they're with the escalations department, and therefore that is the end-all, be-all. So I'm not allowed to have anybody that's got any actual power, just someone that can sit there and listen to me complain. Yeah, again, this is a great start to my Thursday morning. And they don't do much of anything. They do get me over to customer care eventually, who I say, in no uncertain terms, I want this credit for my downtime. This is the exact dollar value I'm expecting on my credit. Not give me a week's credit. Not, can you find out what a week would be worth? I told them I want $31.75 credit on my account. They put me on hold for a while and come back and tell me they've applied the credit of $31.75 as per my request. So at least I got that accomplished. But from this conversation, as per like the last one, I may or may not have a dispatch in, for may or may not be Friday or Saturday or ever. Who knows? Maybe I'll have internet one day at this point for the conversation. I have now been on the chat for 2 hours the previous night, phone for an hour that morning, and I feel like nothing's happened. Great. Yeah, so Autumn, who is calm at this point somehow, mentions, why don't you look up on the internet someone high up executive wise? And I was like, you're a genius. Because one thing we have to deal with in our department is we often get that stuff kicked down to us because someone emailed the CEO or the FCC made a complaint or someone of the customer advocacy group or whatever. So I looked up all the top 3 people at my internet service provider and I emailed them. I didn't just yell at them, you effity effers, or anything like that. I made a very calm but detailed email of my situation. What happened, the communications I had to deal with, the fact that I was patient and waited till I had power, the fact that multiple times they'd told me to power cycle my router while my internet was down. Hi, Fua! Welcome to me babbling. You're listening to my complaining about internet being broken. So I made a very detailed letter from start to finish of what's been going on. And within a couple of hours, my phone rang. That support is just true nightmare. I need to get to bed as it's about 1 a.m. here. It's been great to catch you, though. Have an awesome stream. Thank you. Thank you, Light the Unicorn. It was nice having you. Rest well. It was a dude from the executive department that called me back. He starts off by apologizing for absolutely everything that has happened to me as such from my communications with the company. He says this should not have happened. And I've been pretty brief on what I've said here. I have left out much of the details. As I mentioned, it was a 2-hour chat on Thursday night and an hour phone call Thursday morning. So you can imagine there was a lot of conversation and or hold times involved in all of this mess. He gives me his direct number. So a direct number to someone in the executive department at the company. And he tells me that the field supervisor is going to be calling me as she's working on the problem. She does too, by the way. He checks on me a couple of times to make sure everything is going fine in the process. And to give me updates. I like him. He is my new best friend at my ISP. So things do get fixed eventually. They call me Friday and let me know my drop is fixed, but they're still working on the breakdown box nearby. Not the outage that was going on, but because they had to repunch a whole bunch of the lines that got damaged on our street. So because of that, it was going to take a little bit of time. And as a technician, I actually understand this. It's, for where it was, probably 20 homes where the fiber lines that need to be repunched and re-put into a breakdown. Look, that's not a 5-minute job for even one line, let alone for 20 that just had to be rerun down between a long line of houses. Right there, I am not expecting a miracle that minute. But they got the line fixed to the house, and they just need to repunch all the lines. Cool. Actually, that was Thursday night. We found that out that they fixed our drop, and she said it was probably going to be Friday they were going to get it done. It wasn't. I'm not mad about that. Friday night, though, after work, I did run home just to see if the internet was back up. It was not. I brought back at least one thing. I was leaving at the house because, bring back the dirty laundry while you're making runs. Don't be stupid. And since it was going to be Friday night, I picked up takeout and got us some Panda Express because, again, it's Friday night. Celebrate a little bit. The week's over. And do something nice for our house host, and picked us each up a 2-item platter with, stuff from there and an egg roll. Basically, trying to be humane. Something that isn't. It's not like I went and got Baker Street or Cork and Cleaver, but I got something that tasted good and probably made us all happy. Saturday, my intention was, since my ticket still said Saturday by 5, I was going to run to Sam's Club about 4 and then run back to the house at 5 to see if the internet was working or not. Around 2, field supervisor calls me, lets me know the internet should be up. I immediately go pee first because, you stood up. You have to pee. Panda Express is always good. You got that right, Wild. I really wish there was one down at our corner of town. 15-minute drive up to DuPont, or about 25-minute over to Lima from here. Sadness. So I run home. She called me right before 2. By 2:20, I'm already here. Verify the internet was up. I do then run out and do the Sam's Club run as I'd intended to because, well, it's Saturday, the day before Easter, and I kind of want to have some kind of groceries done. So I went and took care of that. Went and picked up Autumn and all our stuff. Left a few tidbits at Javi's house because, well, again, trying to be nice to our host. And we made it home safe and sound. Back up and online on internet. Obviously, I'm at my desk now again. And that's the important part of the story. That's the long and detailed bit. That's not everything that happened, though. That was just the internet and power saga. Another thing that had happened the Friday just before we had left, before our power dropped, around 30 minutes before that, in fact, I spent money online. You're enjoying the fact that I spent that money right now, because what I ordered was my index kit. So I got my index, which I'm wearing right now to do this video, and controllers and 2 base stations. That showed up here at our house on Thursday. Which, after they'd fixed the drop to our house, I actually had come to the house that day because there was a box on my porch. I brought it inside and headed back to our temporary location. That was a very good thing, and by far, I know I spent money apparently right when we were about to have something break, but this thing's amazing. I am really happy about that. I can go into more details about how much I'm enjoying the VR headset later, but we're still in the middle of a lot of this exciting. Woot! You got that right, Fua. I got fingers. Apparently, though, while I have this window up, my fingers aren't responding, so poo. You get a hug later if I can run into you. So I brought that into the house. I didn't get to use it because we still didn't have internet on Thursday night. In fact, I didn't even unpack it until a while after we were home Saturday because I was just trying to relax. After all this excitement, I was just happy to be at my desk and be able to watch things on my TV in my comfortable chair. Because now this part I would like to preface. In no way do I want to complain at what was given to me or to my wonderful husbando. What does that pop-up mean? Anyway, I got a pop-up from Twitch. Good for it. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining about what was given to us because I 100% appreciate it. I don't want to sound ungrateful. In some ways, this might sound a little bit, but I'm trying my best to explain. I'm attempting to not sound it. When you have your own space for a long period of time, it does make you enjoy having personal space. Autumn and I have been in an apartment and now our house by ourselves for a total of it's 14 years now. We have effectively been 14 years since we have been living together without roommates or anything else. So we're used to having us time. Just quiet, 2 of us, no big deal. And we're used to our bed, our pillows, our blankets, our chairs, our couch, our space in general. And some things are less.
Probably not gonna, thank you. Probably not going to talk too much until Caddy's off the stream.
Um, some things are a little more of an issue than
Caddy's off the stream.
other things.
Yeah. Just don't want to interrupt too much.
One of them being your desk chair. If you're sitting at your desk chair, which most of us that sit at computers all day know, you have someplace comfortable to be. If you're stuck at someone else's house in a space that's not meant to be a desk, you're not necessarily sitting on your... Not gonna lie, I own a Lazy Boy desk chair, both for upstairs at the workroom and downstairs in my comfortable space. I am sitting on a Lazy Boy desk chair right now. It is amazingly comfortable. I could sit on this for hours upon hours on end and not have a problem. I was sitting, working at a dining room chair. This is not bad whenever we do it for an emergency 1 or 2 days. By about day 3, my back was hurting. I was doing my best to be away from my desk as much as possible just to make sure I was not hurting my back further. And you do your best to be polite to your house host and not make too many annoying noises, avoid putting things on TV that they're not going to like. So I was saving a lot of the things I like to watch on a day-to-day basis, or I was having to watch them on my laptop screen with my head cans on. Fortunately, we were both smart enough to bring our Logitech gaming headsets of doom with us because we've lived in a tight space before. We understand it's nice to have a little personal privacy, even when you can't have it. And since I was on transit system, I didn't have my desktop computer with me, which you're listening to me from now. I couldn't stream, obviously, because that didn't happen. By a house host, do you mean someone you rent from? Well, in this case, it was the person who was keeping us up while our internet was down. So we were living at Javi's place 15 minutes away from our house during this process. So that's what I mean by house host. It was his house, and we were just kind of squatting for a week. It's a really nice house, so it's not a bad thing to be there. But you don't want to bother your friends, no matter how much of a friend they are. But you don't want to be like an arse. But I ended up, I couldn't use my computer. I couldn't stream. Monday night, I thought, I'm going to be smart. I'm actually going to relax. I'm going to try and load VR chat onto my laptop, which is definitely not a high-end laptop. I finally made it on after a lot of downloady and a lot of loady times. It's running like jank of all jankitude, but it's there. And I'm like, okay. I have some friends. I see them online. I ask for an invite. They happily send it because they're my friends. I show up there only to find out it's too much for this laptop to handle. I'm not going to lie, I was literally in tears because I was looking for some escape from all of this that's been going on. And I end up just everything, it just shits in my face because I can't do one of the things that I know that actually helps me be calm, and that is even just sitting quietly while they're talking, while someone else is talking in a VR chat room, feeling comfortable. And I am now, I can't. That was a hard night too. Having to deal with that. But we make it through one way or the other. And now I have a better VR experience while I'm at home, obviously, because I have hands now. I have hands. This is amazing. And I can actually enjoy this stuff. Okay, now that we've gotten through all of the trauma and the chaos that was the last up until this point, let's talk about the good result here. The fact that this did come in the mail. I had no idea how much I was going to enjoy this. Like, I knew I was going to have fun. No question, this was going to be fun. But nobody told me how great. From the first point I put it on and I saw my hands in front of my face, I was floored. Then I looked down and I saw my hips. And I was enthralled. And at first I was trying it out in a very simple place, an avatar search world, which is basically looks like a big gray box with a mirror on one side. So I was enjoying it there, just moving around, looking at myself. And then I came back to this place. The particular room I'm sitting in is Heartwood's estate. He's a very, very lovely little Hobkin angel who doesn't complain when someone streams from their house, fortunately. Because that's what I'm doing right now. And I was walking around, and I went to pick up an item. Can I reach anything now? Can't. Oh, I knocked off my screen. There. I picked something up. Yay! Anyway. Menu, come back. I need to be able to see my chat. Yep, that actually explains why I couldn't use my hands, because this is up. I stood on a table because I wanted to pick up one of the Danishes or the bagel. I can't remember which. And I'm standing on the table because I'm in a Hobkin and I'm short. I looked down from the table. Actual me is 100% aware I am standing in my computer room downstairs on a nice fluffy soft carpet, safe on the ground, safe, but I'm standing on a table and I look down. I immediately get the sense I'm about to fall off the table because I'm standing on the edge of a table, and I didn't understand that was something that would cause that much of a fear. But boom, there it was. I was scared I was going to fall off a table, and I had to stop myself and go, oh my God, you silly goof, you're comfortable. You have ground. But yeah, this is crazy nice. But I'm happy I spent the money on it. I have let Autumn play with it. He also really thinks it's really super fun. So might get another one sooner or later. Looking forward to maybe getting full body tracking here eventually, because that'd be awesome. Looks like I only need probably 3 sensors. to do that. All in all, that's about $400. But $400 to make this upgrade, not terrible. Bye, Wild. Have a good rest of your night. But for now, upper body, and it does basically figure out that you're not standing when you're sitting down. Like it's making me squat because I am actually sitting in a chair right now. Here, I'll example. There, I stood up, and it figured it out. Little bonus, not only do I have a camera in front of me that I know where the camera is, I also have a mirror in front of me so I can see that too. Pretty nice. Now you're looking at my chest. Chest. Floof, 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 floof. Sit back down so I don't hurt myself. Also, I have ears I can play with. I like my ears. It is really nice to be able to interact with my world. And I do hope to make at least one stream a week from here now. I can't promise it's going to be on the Mondays or whatever. I may still do this fursuit stream. I haven't decided yet for sure. I have options. It's not like I'm tethered to anything. So, do what I can. Well, anyway, anyone else have any questions or anything they're curious about? I will do one thing because I was asked. Click out of this. Change. What new? Oh, Arrow would like to. Not right now, Arrow. Give me the big menu. Big menu. Big menu. Thank you. Avatars. Change. Boop. I think I'm going to be too tall for where I was. Yeah, I'm way too tall for where my camera is. Pick that up. It's crooked, but there. Because I was specifically asked to be a Lucario. I'm being a Lucario. Why am I so cute? It's just how I roll. Oh, and I think I put the camera back through the window a little bit so we get a little bit of starry star action. At least you can still see me. That's the important part. Anyway, that was the last request I had, so I wanted to make sure I did accomplish that. Any other fun questions? Besides, why am I cute? Because I honestly don't know. I just do what I do. If not, let's see who's on. I know Swifty's on, but I rated him just the other week. I know how Annoy. Doot. Didn't show up on my list. I gotta do it the hard way. Ugh. Doesn't give me a keyboard. V-I-X. Did that show up? Not enough. Close. X. What do you mean you don't find that? Oh, I didn't put capital letters. Jiminy Crippies. Okay, gotta do it the hard way. Because I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, I can see because I'm looking at that window. Is he not actually still on? No box? Hold on. Let's try this. I want to raid, and I want to do a good job of it. Don't... whatever. Window, move over there. I just missed him. That's why he isn't on. Fine. We'll go to someone else. Meh. Delete. There. Go to another bean that I know that's a really good person. Bip. Okay, started the raid process. Thanks for, oh yes, thank you, Autumn, my Flopsy Woo, for saying thank you to everybody. But thank you for spending some time with me, enjoying this new format that I was trying out to see how it would roll. I think it went pretty well. Be nice to Nikki, say hi from me, and I look forward to seeing you all pretty soon. And have a good day, kids. Bye. Right now. There we go.